My name is John Davis, and I just can't chill. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of I Just Can't Chill. I'm your host, John Davis, back again with another episode to review everything that's going on over the past week. As I explained on the last episode, we're just going to go through a quick, short summary of some of the things that you might have known that have happened and some of the things that you might not have known that have happened. And the intentions are pretty pure and straightforward. We're just going to have this be just a good segue, icebreaker, starting point for you to just think about some things as we continue to go through the weeks ahead, especially in this year of 2020. And so, again, I appreciate all of those who tuned in last week. Got some great feedback from you guys. Again, we're going to continue to try to get some guests on this show, as well as provide some more information on some resources for you to use. And so without further ado, as we always do, we're going to give you a short time to reflect, a quick break, interlude. You deserve a break, as I've always said. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Shake it down. 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 Shake it down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to I Just Can't Chill. I hope you enjoyed that quick break, quick time to release. Just think about some of the things that have gone on for yourself this week. Hopefully you continue to work on your goals and everything that you have planned for yourself. But let's get right into it. As we get closer to the election 2020, it's not too long away. We only have about maybe 3 to 4 days until then. Early voting is concluded in several other states. So if you haven't done that, please, just do the right thing, man. I know it's a lot of shit to deal with. Everything that's on the table, everything that's to consider. I know we spoke about this last week about, whoever you decide to elect. Hopefully they increase your chances of being able to maneuver in this society as a functioning adult or young adult, and just giving you a chance to survive. And that's all you can ask for right now, especially in this year of 2020. But nevertheless, while we are waiting for that fateful day, November 3rd, we had a appointing and confirmation of another Supreme Court judge. If you haven't known, again, there was a appointing of a new Supreme Court judge, Ms. Amy Coney Barrett. I do not have any type of information on hand right now, so I can't tell you right now, to be honest with you, if she's like the 8th person right now in there. I just know there's a new one. All right, let's keep it G. But again, this comes at a time where it was a pretty quick process. Not a lot of people thought that this should happen at this time. And what this also kind of revealed to us is that, once again, there is some hypocrisy amongst our politicians. Now, we can argue about that all day, but, I just feel like this one was more blatant. And it's not just me. other pundits and other columnists and contributors on TV shows have also felt like this appointment was just at a bad timing. And I think in this case, whether you be liberal or conservative in this argument of appointing and timing, what I feel like right now, this shows us that whenever you say that you don't want to do something at a certain point in time, just out of respect for everyone else involved, I feel like that should be given across the board in any opportunity. But again, in 2016, when there was there was thoughts and talk of appointing a new Supreme Court judge as a former member had passed away. It was met with some discourse and disagreement. And for those who don't know, in 2016, Justice Scalia had passed away. And 2015, Justice Scalia had passed away. Oh, I'm sorry, no, yes, 2016. I'm sorry. Again, I don't have anything on hand. 2016, Justice Scalia had passed away, and there was talks about how there shouldn't be an appointment of a Supreme Court judge until everything gets settled. And at that time, there was a presidential election race happening. Now we fast forward to 2020 with the unfortunate passing of pretty much a trailblazer in Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RBG as they called her. Once again, it has happened where there has to be appointing of a new Supreme Court judge. Obviously there is a new appointing of a new Supreme Court judge, but there was talk about when it should happen. And again, there in the midst of that, there is a presidential election race campaign season going on. And, I guess this year, those that are in power, let's keep it straightforward and honest. Those that are in power, the Republican Party, just decided to say, we really don't give a fuck about anything anyone else says. We're going to do what we do. And, at this point, I'm not surprised. This is something we talked about in our last episode, that some people are going to do what works best for them. And again, the Republicans decided that, let's go ahead and see if we can confirm this Supreme Court judge as quick as possible. And they really did it hardcore and true to the phrase of stealing it by night. This is something I had never seen before. Miss Supreme Court Judge Barrett, as she will be addressed now, was confirmed on Monday night. And I do believe the Senate confirmed her during the weekend. So, people are taking some extreme measures to go ahead and get the things that they want done in ways that are comfortable for them. And so that's what we saw there. Now, I know as we go forward, there will be discussions about what particularly she will do. I think one of the things that we need to focus on is what she hasn't done yet. And let's not take that lightly. I'm sure on the internet you have all seen the memes and screen grabs about her experience. And, while that may be something that leaves questions about, will she be able to be a firm and honest judge in this position? I think what we should also think about is, how we can, if possibly, make the Supreme Court a more bipartisan organization as we move forward, even, after the election. And so, I know a lot of people are concerned about some of the rulings that the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of throughout history that might get repealed because of this new appointment. But I don't think we should worry about that at this moment. I think right now it's essentially about getting those who would just have the, wherewithal, unmiddleable gall, as Stephen A. Smith would say, to go ahead and just make this approval and confirmation without even considering the timing of everything that's going on. I think it's important that we find a way to remove these people out of these positions. And that's what November 3rd is all about, man. So again, if you haven't already, go ahead and cast your vote. Do it. If your polling places are still open for early voting, go ahead and do that, man. And then on the 3rd, go ahead, man. If you haven't done it by then, go ahead and cast your ballot. It's important that you do it, man. You just can't be on the sideline with all this shit going down, bro. And sis. So, just do the right thing, yo. We're going to take another break. Get back with some more politics, pop culture, what have you, miscellaneous things. It's all about the week, man. And again, if you're listening, get yourselves a pat on the back for executing throughout this week and just being here, living life and enjoying the human experience. We'll be right back. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. John Davis here. You know I just can't chill. And again, if you're enjoying the music, I'm going to possibly provide the description link to all of that. If you're enjoying the music, support this brother who's making this beautiful music. Hopefully you enjoy as much as I do. So again, I'm also I'm also in the works of trying to expand the platform. Right now we're on Podbean and YouTube. I know a lot of people don't want to have to jump over hurdles to try to get to this podcast. I know it might be inconvenience for you to get to this app, but that's where we at right now, man. And again, thanks for those who are continuing to support us. It's much appreciated. Much love, fam. So, thanks, and we'll continue to work with you all who don't want to use this app anymore. Regardless, it's all love. All right, so again, just reviewing some of the major things that happened this week. Again, as we move forward to the final countdown, Election Day. We got another soldier, man. Another soldier in these, campaign cosigns, endorsements, so to speak. And last week we had, 50 Cent, rapper 50 Cent, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, G-Unit, that guy, basically endorse Joe Biden. Not endorse Joe Biden, and plan to cast his ballot for Donald Trump. This week we have probably one of the greatest rappers in an era, so to speak. I know for me, I mentioned at the time when I was listening to 50 Cent, what age I was. But this week we have another rapper endorsement from the great Dwayne Carter from New Orleans, Louisiana. And Wayne's influence for my generation, my era, I try not to age anybody listening to this, but it's something that is definitely appreciated and something that is crystallized eternally within the minds of anyone that is in that era or grew up in that era. I know at least, and particularly through my journey through middle school up till about shit now, you know, he was a strong force and voice in the music industry. And, you know, as it was reported, I believe it was Thursday, that he has reviewed Donald Trump's tax plan, and within that context, he has decided to endorse Donald Trump. Now, why would he do that? Of course, the same reason why 50 Cent was. He wants to keep all of his hard earned money, which, of course, Wayne has worked hard for. I mean, you got the mixtapes. I had them all too. He wants to keep that as long as he can, to be able to support and survive. There is survival. And again, as I mentioned, we have to review and think about, are we going to continue to support these guys moving forward when they side with, you know, the ideologies and policies of people who are not as favorable in the public eye. And that's a big question for all of us going forward, again, even after the election. Now, what I will say is, you know, that sweater that Wayne had in that picture was definitely giving conservative vibes. I mean, look at that thing, man. You can find the picture online. It's definitely swallowing him. And you know, Wayne's not a big guy. I mean, he's Little Wayne for a reason. But it's a pretty big sweater on him. And Trump, of course, it's kind of got a little height to him. Just looks kind of, you know, charitable in a sense. But, you know, Wayne as a, you know, I don't know his exact grossing numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's in the millions. However much he's earned, he's always going to continue to keep that money within his own community, his own family. And hey, if Trump is the one who ensures the safety of those dollars being kept within his own community, village, then of course I don't blame him for doing that. But again, you know, as we go forward, we don't know what anybody's going to do. So, you know, a promise that could be made to a celebrity that a celebrity or entertainer basically will accept is something that you don't necessarily have to worry about. Because again, you can't rap, and I'm not knocking anybody who's trying to break it in the music industry. I'm trying to break it in here, dog. But it's not nothing you need to worry about, because, you know, you have your own experience that you need to worry about, and some of the skills and some of the goals that you feel like you can master and perfect. He probably won't help you do that. So again, Lil Wayne, probably one of the greatest rappers of my generation era. A lot of people put him in the top 5. He's made his decision. Of course, he's going to live with it. But it's up to us if we're going to live with him within that decision. You see what I did there? All right. But we'll be right back after this another musical interlude. And again, as we come back, we're going to provide you with some more brief summaries on some of the things that have been going on in my world and the world that I share with you all, because I just can't chill, man. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Okay. Just getting the audios right from my producer. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I Just Can't Chill with your host, John Davis. We had a pretty good show so far. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue to, just review, recap some of the things that happened this week. Excuse me. I know, and particularly, what we're going to do is always kind of reflect on milestones and achievements for people who might be outside of politics and entertainment. Excuse me. And like I mentioned on the last episode, again, just always like to reflect on what we spoke on. But through this time and era of COVID-19, we thankfully have had the ability to be able to enjoy our sports and athletics. And I guess this week, while one major sporting, well, I guess there was two. We had the NHL and the NBA seasons conclude, and they crowned champions for their fiscal seasons. We had another one in the Major League Baseball Association, and the champions for this year, the World Series champions, are the Los Angeles Dodgers. So let's give them a round of applause, man. Clap, clap, clap. There's the sound. But the Los Angeles Dodgers are your 2020 World Series champions. First World Series since 1988. Shout out to the 80s babies, the 90s babies, all the babies. The Dodgers have done it for you. Those who were able to witness it, you're seeing it again. I believe this is like their fifth World Series title. And so they were able to defeat the Tampa Bay Devil Rays 4-2. And that closes the chapter on the 2020 season for Major League Baseball. Again, all of our major league sports in this country have had to deal with the transitions and having to put on these exhibitions, sporting events during this global pandemic, and I applaud them for it. It does help through the quote unquote healing process and moving forward through it as we move forward cautiously. It has helped to have it, but I also keep in mind that it shouldn't basically take away our attention to the seriousness of this disease. And it's funny, as the Dodgers won, as they were being crowned, there was a report mid-game that one of their players, Justin Turner, had tested positive for COVID. Now, I don't want to stay on that too long because, while that is disheartening to know, well, it's not disheartening to know that he had COVID. He tested positive for COVID. And some people were just all upset that, despite, the serious ramifications of this disease spreading amongst his teammates and the team's, family members, he himself wanted to be out there and celebrate with his teammates. I don't want to stay too long on that because, again, he's made that decision to put his teammates and family and friends at risk for that disease. And those who chose to be around him, they will have to deal with those consequences, and hopefully they don't. But what I really want to get into is one of his teammates, and it's really just been something that's really just been on my mind a lot. Marcus Betts, I want to say outfielder for the Dodgers. He plays in the outfield. I just don't know which position. Is it center, middle, or left? But he put on a show, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't watch sports, he's probably one of the few athletes in general that you can say he can do anything that he puts his mind to. There's a clip out the other day of him just trying every major athletic feat in most major sports, whether it be slam dunking a basketball, catching a football. He can just do it all. And at his size is quite remarkable. But at the same time, I feel like what we're also seeing is just a second coming, so to speak, or just the newer generation. Let's not try to get sacrilegious here. Just a newer generation's version of Willie Mays. And I really think that the way he played during this World Series, particularly in that Game 6 where they closed the game out, he pretty much solidified himself as someone that we should keep our eye on and should possibly be the face of the league. Whether they continue to go with that, whether through marketing or him just being an outspoken player on some of the things that are going on in society or just in baseball in general, that's yet to be seen. But what I can say is his play definitely does speak for himself. And, hopefully if you're not watching baseball as we go forward, any type of circles that you're in, his name is mentioned when you speak about some of the greatest baseball players right now at the moment. So, again, shout out to LA, man. Congrats. Now this like your second championship during the COVID season, right? Got the Lakers, now you got the Dodgers. Who knows what's next? We got NFL still out there. I do believe, the Los Angeles Rams are having a good year. So, there's hope, man. This could be something that we haven't seen before. And for LA, this could be good for their city. So, LA, man. West Side. Yo, man. So we're back. We're back after that quick break. Again, I want to thank you for continuing to tune in to us so far. I know if you don't have a short attention span, you probably just turning it off because you're not a fan. Bars. But if not, if you're still here, I appreciate you. We're going to keep going. We're probably getting ready to close the show soon. My producers are, letting me know what to do at this time. And I want to shout out my producers. They're doing a great job helping me put on this, show for you guys. So salute. And everybody who's had a hand in this process, I'm thankful for it. And my producers are thankful for you as well. Continuing to try to help build this production to something that can possibly be, broadcast to a more larger audience. I know I don't have a niche here for people. It's just, it's for anybody, man. Black, white, gay, straight. If you can't see straight, this is for you. I'm just thankful again for you all being here and listening to us. Again, we're going to try to get some more guests because I know you're tired of my voice at times. And you want to hear other people talk about some of the things they're experiencing or that they want to inform you on. So, again, excuse me. We'll be back shortly to close out the show. And then once we do that, again, I'll let you guys know, again in the description, about any type of other information and news that can be shared in the description. All right.
Bread and dough, cheddar cheese, flash, stash, cash and cream.
What are we talking about here?
All right, man. So we're going to wrap up the show here. I want to thank you all for tuning in to another episode of I Just Can't Chill. Yo, man, I had an anecdote story. Not a story exactly, but, just something that fits into, I guess, the mold of this week. Basically, the end of this week and the things we celebrate. And again, we got Halloween that's coming up. It's probably a few hours away from some of you. And, it's a good thing to celebrate as you get older. It gives you a reason to, dress up as characters and be some of the things that you haven't always been in your life. But regardless, man, I know it plays on the functions and suspicions of fear, but nothing scares me more than having to take a shit and there's no toilet in sight. All right, so that's just something you can marinate on as you continue. Stay safe, as always. It's your boy John Davis, man, and I just can't chill, bro. Peace.
Are we talking about here?